Back at it with another video, and today this video is going to be directed to those foreigners that plan to date a Filipina and what to expect. I'll give you some insight, some helpful tips so that you're prepared.
Rising up like phoenixes, been tired of pushed to the ground. Speaking my heart like it really is, 'cause I can't take another no. I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can holding me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now.
Finish.
Okay.
The
Pants okay?
pant is okay.
Okay. Sila?
This one is 200
Mm-hmm.
because
Then after, we'll bring all. Thank you, sir.
What's up, and good morning to everybody out there in the Philippines. Back at it with another video, and today this video is going to be directed to those foreigners that plan to date a Filipina. I'll give you some insight, some helpful tips so that you're prepared for what's to come. For those of you that don't know, I am an American living in the Philippines. I've been here for about 3 years now, and I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you what I see, what I think, what I feel, and I'm going to give you the truth about this place. And I'm actually here within the community, so I witness everything. I know exactly how Filipinos live and everything to expect. So for you newcomers to my channel, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share button, because I do drop content every week, so stay tuned for that. So most of you foreigners think of the Philippines as a metropolis, place of paradise, and just sheer beauty of the landscape and everything that has to offer. But clearly, you, maybe as a middle-aged man between the ages of 45 to 65, may find that there are more interesting things that you would have to look forward to coming to the Philippines. So you may find that when you research the Philippines, you will see the beauty, you will see beautiful women, you will see the culture, pieces and glimpses of how a developing country looks and sounds. But really, when you come here, you are a commodity. You are a commodity to the women here, the locals. There are actually women that are interested in you, even if you are a middle-aged man. So you may come to the Philippines and find that you can get a second wind in your life, and you can relive your youth here in the Philippines. Okay, so I actually have friends of mine that are middle-aged, and they have a woman here that is about 15 to 20 years younger than them, and sometimes even more. So today's video is going to be about dating in the Philippines, what you need to know, what to expect, and how to get acclimated with the culture here. Maybe you're just coming off a divorce, maybe you've had a long marriage and it didn't work out, and you are between the ages of 45 and 65, and you're looking to do something new, you're looking to travel for some place to settle down, and the Philippines is that place you want to be searching for. When you find out that you can come to another country that's different from yours, the people are nicer, the women are beautiful, They're kind, caring, and loving, and loyal, and honest. Now, Filipinas, they are very known to be sensitive, gentle, caring, and loving. Very dedicated women. So, with that being said, you are going to experience something that you've never experienced with dating in your own country. So, most of the time, they really want to make their man feel very good. They want to make them feel special. And that doesn't go by saying you shouldn't do the same to her. So, first thing you got to consider is that you're going to be coming to a developing country. You might see things that you're not used to. You might notice things, you might see a bunch of villages that maybe something you see on TV, depending on where you're going. You might see a foreigner, maybe older, with a younger woman. You might see that. That's very common. You also might see a lot of people looking at you. You might see some women noticing you more than other men. So that's not uncommon to see. And one thing that you really have to consider is you're coming to a place that's predominantly Catholic. So people here are big on religion. And you should consider even taking the time to get to know her culture and her religion. Okay, that's very important to the people here. And that brings me to my first point. First thing you must consider and understand before you dating a Filipina is the culture. Now, culture and family is the biggest things they live by here. So culture, family, religion, these are the staples of the Filipino ways, okay? So you must be able to adapt and acclimate yourself into their culture so that you can make her feel like she is worth it for you to do so, okay? And obviously, with compromising, you guys can understand each other and, come to an agreement mutually. That's if you get to that point. So if you do date a Filipina, expect that she's going to be religious. For the most part, 9 out of 10 of them do have some sort of connection to religious beliefs and go to church, go to mass every week. So you must consider that. And you should be open to join the activities that she also does. Another important thing is family here. So, in America and other countries, family unit is not as tight as it is here in the Philippines. So expect that when you date a Filipina, her family is an extension of your relationship, believe it or not. So she's very involved in her family, and for the most part, she's going to attend all of the activities, birthdays, festivities, and she's going to want for you to do the same. So if you skip out, you don't want to join the festivities, the parties, the fiestas, and all of the things that they do here, you might hurt her feelings, okay? So you must consider that. Consider that her family at some point will be the extension of your relationship, and you would inherit a new family. And just as she's thinking that she might have a more comfortable life, she's also most likely going to want the same for her family, okay? And you have to be careful because there are some that will expect that, will expect you to give because you're a foreigner. So you have to pick and choose. You have to sort of feel it out. There are some scenarios that the girl is not about money and she doesn't care about what you have. It's more about the love and the support you give her as a partner, okay? So keep that in mind. It is very important for you to understand that religion and culture and family is super important here in the Philippines. It is not difficult dating in the Philippines. It depends really on what you want to subject yourself to, because in this country, by no means is it a rich country. So if you do find a girl, she could be very beautiful, but when you come to find out, she may live in a village. She may live in the province. She may live a lifestyle that you've never experienced before, a lifestyle that you may have only seen on TV. So you have to think about that, and you have to come with full heart without judgment, okay? Because Filipinos, they really can be affected by judgment. So the second thing I want to get into is when picking a girl here or dating here, you want to be mindful of where she lives. Does she live in a big city like Manila or Cebu or Cagayan de Oro? Or does she live in a province? So these two things definitely vary, and they do make a difference on the personality, the lifestyle that they live. Me personally, I prefer a province girl, some girl that's from a smaller area, a village, small barangay, just because they're more likely to hold morals more highly than others. They're likely to be more respectful and humble and understand the core values of family and caring for a man. Now this is versus a girl from the city. A girl from the city, she may be more modernized, she may be influenced by the American culture and dressing a different way, speaking a different way, acting a different way. She might go out to the pubs every weekend after work with her friends. So honestly, that's just something that I don't personally like because I don't do it. I don't go out to the pub with my friends and every weekend and do that. So that's just my personal preference. And then I would say you can find a more quality in a girl from the province in general. That's just what I've noticed here. So being that you might find a girl and she is from the province and you do happen to come visit the Philippines, like I said, you're gonna see some things that may be a little bit odd to you. The way she lives, the way her house looks, the way the people are there. Now, it's okay because you don't have to actually stay there. You know, you can spend some time with your girlfriend outside of her village, but you know, just be respectful about things that you see and how she lives. One way you can make your Filipina maybe upset or sad is if you deny joining or taking part into some family gathering or festivities. So to avoid that, just kind of roll with the punches. If it's not your thing, I would say do it anyways. If you really care about her and love her, if you get to that point. So that is number two. Family is everything here in the Philippines. Expect that you will meet the family and get involved. Do your research. You have to really feel things out before you commit to a woman. There are so many beautiful women here, so take your time and feel it out. So you're coming to the Philippines and you don't know anything, you don't know how to speak the language, you don't know the prices of things. So you've already met a girl here. It's the perfect opportunity to bring her along with you just to avoid any issues, any miscommunications. If you need to buy things, you can just have her communicate and be kind of like your interpreter, right? And by doing that, you may not even come across any places trying to scam you or charge you extra, okay, because she's gonna know the prices and how it is here, okay. So it's a perfect way for you to, you know, come visit this place and date. So it's a perfect opportunity. So if you do find yourself in the Philippines with a girlfriend already, you have to keep in mind that anything that you might want to do as far as vacation activities goes, like let's say scuba diving, jet skiing, staying at a big resort. She might never have done this in her life. So she might see it as, oh wow, this is an experience. She's already experiencing meeting a foreigner. She's already experiencing meeting a different side of dating. And then you're going to be doing these activities and she's going to be amazed. So what I suggest you to not do is go all out. Don't give it all, right? Don't do all of the big things. Just keep it casual. And I want to say that really lightly because, you know, you don't want to start off big. You don't want to start off on a high note. You want to start off humble and show her that your side, your personality and what you offer as a person is more important than what you offer financially and the things that you can do as far as activities here.